Oops, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. You don't have to like go back or anything.
What's question? Okay, I think this is going to get critical thinking here on 4. Okay, so this is good. You have to use the data to figure out. Although engineering has collected data on alternative process costs for building transmissions in the worksheet, why didn't they reach a conclusion as to whether one of the proposed processes is better than the current process? Something's being violated there, right? They're saying that we can't or didn't form a conclusion on that. All right, take a look at the data here for a sec. Transmission. Gotta find the data. There it is, found it. So it looks like this. Down a little bit. So there were the 3 processes. It would just be incumbent. Well, the incumbent process is what we have right now, incumbent, and then you have A, B, alternative. Alt A and Alt B. Okay, so what do they want us to do here?
So is it kind of like the other way around of our last 2 like hypotheses? Like it kind of like we tried to prove it wrong, but it just didn't work. So the null was like the correct answer, I guess. Because
yeah,
when I did this problem for chapter 6, I stated on like the Excel sheet that there wasn't significant difference. This like enough to like actually like choose an alternative process. So I guess that kind of answers the chapter 7 question, like why couldn't they come to a conclusion? Because there was no like difference that was big enough.
Well, what we could do here, excuse me, is do our own descriptive statistics. Not, I mean, you can always run descriptive statistics on this at all anyway, just to start getting a feel for how these columns are compared. But what we could do is just compile what we know, the typical. Can it be? I have to check the question. What's the question? I have to go back and see what they're saying here because the screen is sluggish. Although for building transmissions in the worksheet, why didn't they reach a conclusion? Let's see. Tricky one. For now, just run out. Or I have to scroll down here. Okay, so just run out the. What should we use it here? Oh, I see. So count or n count. Okay, that's the number of data that we have here is 30. Okay, for each of what's uniform here, as you've seen, there's sometimes you get not uniform numbers to compare. Like one column will have more entries than another. Like one attribute will have more data collected than the other. So in fact, that its average and standard deviation is a little bit stronger. There's more data to pull from. Okay, so we're going to go Move all of that. Just move it up to where I was going to need it. Just like that. Okay. So we have, these are the three processes: incumbent, alt A, alt B. Okay. So what can we talk about? Some of the things that we just did talk about. Go back and grab my pen again. Okay. So we can do something like the sum, average, and either your sigma or variance. Either of those are they're directly related to each other. So something about the variability here. And what I'm going to need, what I would have you do is just go off and just get comfortable with what that is. I'm going to probably have to follow up with you on something here we didn't cover in the course. That's the issue. There's a section that's valuable. This will actually really define your honors part of it. And what I'll do is I will make a video and send it to you about what I was just describing here. Is we probably have to get into ANOVA with this analysis of variation, okay, variance.
Yeah, it did say something in the blurb above.
Yeah.
7,
Yeah.
9.
So read that. So that's a good thing. So for 4, just what we say task. You know, here's a task. Task 1 for 4 would be just fill out this table. Fill out. Gosh. Fill out the following table to prep it up, and then I'll make a video to cover the rest of it.
Okay.
Following table. And then task, what was I going to say about that? There was a second task I had in mind. I'll think of it in a second. Task 2 by Professor Peter Gregory video. Okay, I'll help you with the other part. And that stands for this other one too up here. Let's go to question 5. Let's go take a look at question 5. Are there differences in employee retention due to gender? Okay, so this is probably the coup de grace here. This question 5 is sort of the culmination of this whole honors project here. Okay. Let me take a look at employee retention. What does that look like? Let's see, how many data points do we have in there? I just captured it. It's not that many more. It's about 40. Yeah, there's 40 employee retention. There must be, yeah, there's 40, must be 40 employees here because there's 40 rows, okay? So there's 40 rows on this when you look at it, if you haven't looked at it already.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It has their education, GPA, age, gender, whether they graduated college, and if they're local.
All right.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, so this gets into, we're just going to strike this one off. We don't have to do this one. This gets into a major topic. And question 4 is your stretch question, okay, which I'm going to help you with, okay, because it's going to cover ANOVA. And I just assume do a video now for this for you so that I can use it in future classes. So it's going to be an ANOVA, and this is what I've called your stretch task. And it's not going to be that much stretch because I'm not going through the stretch task.
Okay.
You know, just look at, you know, most of this is instruction and kind of just follow what I've laid out for you. you know, and that's
Yeah.
how this is one topic that's the way it works. There might be some accounting topics too, where it's like, I'm not really sure how that all comes together, like how it got derived. And I just need to follow the path for a few times and get familiar with that. So then I can understand the underlying building blocks of what it goes on. And that's what this course is really to help you through, is just recognize what kind of problem it is and then use the tool. I know when you're trying to learn it, it looks like it's all uphill, but from a top-down perspective, when I look at it, it's just making sure you're sampling these solutions, these common usage of the different distributions and hypothesis testing and interval testing and everything like that. You really have to see it a couple times. I mean, I had it in undergraduate, my engineering degree, master's, and my MBA. So, and then I used it in industries. So,
You're pretty familiar with it.
well, even then, it's like if you don't use it every day, So anyway, I'll go back and I'll make a video. So, and I was
Okay.
going to highlight that too, so we know what it is. There's task 1 and task 2. And for me, as far as guiding you through this honors session, this is a stretch for me too to go make this video, and it actually improves me for the next time I teach the class. Truth be known. All right. So task 1, and this is Q4, and this is Q4. Yeah, I've been talking to our chair is Professor Hossein. I was talking to him yesterday. I said, well, I can say it today. I said it's March 13th. The semester ended at the 7th for us, and I'm still teaching. I was laughing with him yesterday about it. So, but I hope you're okay with this. I mean, I'm taking you're not under too much pressure with this. This is sort of finish it off. You don't have anything else to do now? You're all done with the other courses?
Yeah, I'm all done with the other courses, and I did have a lot of pressure in the beginning, like worrying about this project. But after we've like dived right into
Yeah.
I'm pretty comfortable. I feel like
It's always in the worrying,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, and I wanted to make you comfortable with that. That was really my goal here is, and having learned this, I've during this semester I've talked to other people teaching statistics about it, and it's incredible. There's somebody I was talking to who has exactly the same outlook that I have. Is that it's a lot, unless you're a gifted math major, that you need to know derivations, whatever. For the business person, you're going to know this by repetitiveness. The only real way to do this is to kind of listen to the theory a little bit, get a few problems like this, learn how to apply it, which we're doing now. That's what this whole um, final report was about, was to apply it a little. If you notice, they're the same problems, but they just have some words around them now.
Yeah, I've been noticing.
Right. Okay. So what I suggest is I can at least give you the part that I recorded. Hopefully it saves out okay here. I'll do the PDFs here. Why don't I just run this out right now? So now we're talking. Export it as a PDF, and then this is 300. Okay. So we'll get out of this session right now. I'll post the video and then send an email with this PDF we just did and the link to the video. Okay. So I'm going to be conservative and say it's going to be within the hour, but hopefully it's within 10 minutes.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right.
Sounds great.
Okay. All right. Very good then. I'll let you go, and then we'll continue through emails and other things. All right.
All right. Thanks. Sounds great.
Very good. Okay. Bye for now. Bye-bye.